What's up, guys? It's your boy Troy Weeks Music, and if you hear my voice, that means it's second Sunday. You know what time it is. It's time for Keepin' It Funky with Troy Weeks Music and my co-host, God's Beloved. God's Beloved, how you doing?
Hey, y'all, I'm good.
All right. We here, we in the building, and we got a special show for you guys today. We got some friends in the building. Outside of our special co-host being in the building, we also have a special co-host who's going to sit with us for our first half hour, as well as going to be our artist interview later on this afternoon, this evening. So without further ado, you guys know where to find me. Of course, I'm going to skip around myself and God's Beloved. We're going to introduce our co-host for today, special guest co-host. So first, we're going to start with ladies first. So in the building with us today, we have Miss Nanye. Nanye.
Hey, what's up?
What's up? Tell the people a little bit about you, just so they know who they're listening to.
You know, I'm just the all-around jack of trades. You know, I do music, I do entertainment, blog reviews, album reviews. I'm into the entertainment, so I just try to keep it real with that.
Come on. Right now. Where they can find your social media right, just in case they want to look you up right now.
At OG Bay, which is my last name. It's pronounced OG Bay because I am the OG. Of the Bay.
And underscore OG Bay. All right, cool. All right, guys. So for our second guest co-host, we have none other than Mr. Z Fly himself. What's up, Z Fly?
What's going on, Mr. Troy Weeks?
Doing pretty good. Thank you as well. Thank you, Nanya. Thank you as well for being here. Tell the people a little bit about yourself, and so we can know who we're talking to.
So, you know, it's funny. Actually, I just realized more about myself because, you know what I'm saying, usually I would say, you know, I'm a media host, I do red carpet. But then, like, some people was like, well, no, you do more than that. You know, you produce, you direct, you event planner. So I guess I have a lot of jacks on my notches on my belt. There you go.
Right, come on. We got a jack of all trades, media host, producer, all of that good. So you better speak those things. The Bible says speak things that's not as though they are.
Exactly, especially 2019 and beyond.
2019 and beyond. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, our special co-host today is none other than C-Page Music.
C-Page, yes.
Get ready for the interview. He has a song and a movement out right now that's getting ready there. We're going to talk to you about later. But tell me a little bit about your...
I'm sorry. How about this outfit, though, before we get into all of that? Like, ain't he fly?
I is trying it.
Ain't he fly, though?
Something I just do together.
What?
So
thank you, guys.
Yes, you did that.
Thank you.
You did that.
C-Page, tell them a little bit about you, like just where you from and what you do, just so that before we get into later, we're going to interview. But, you know...
I'm from North Carolina. If you can't tell... I'm from North Carolina, a little small town called Rayford, but I live in Harlem right now.
You don't come through?
I am a singer who just happens to model and act and produce and write and...
Oh, we're going to talk about all that. Don't worry.
Yes,
we're going to get into the man behind it all.
Okay, come on.
And all of that.
Yes, and of course in the corner, y'all can't see her, but we got our show producer and the boss lady, Miss Jay Zabrick. Of course, you know, she's trying to hide out in the back, but Miss Jay Zabrick is the reason why it happens. Shout out to all the ladies out there that's making it happen. Boss ladies out here doing it. She's one of the other boss ladies I work with, and I really got a mad respect for her and love for her because she's out here doing it. And soon we about to be oh, no, not yet. Okay, mind my business. We'll talk about it later. All right, cool. So, without further ado, we're going to keep things moving. Our first segment of the day is called Hot on Your Head, right? Am I saying that right? Hot in your head. All right, so this is what we're going to do. You know, we all go through things on a daily basis. We all got things in our heart that we want to talk about, things that, you know, just on our minds. And so I wanted to know what's hot on your head right now. And I'm going to start with myself because it's real simple, real easy. But I don't know if you guys have heard about the situation in Florida where the young lady in McDonald's was attacked by a Caucasian gentleman because he asked for a straw and she didn't give him one. And so this man proceeded to take his whole body, grown man self, and grab this girl up. And if you see the video, you know, homegirl, I'm not going to say she's from the hood, but she was fighting like she was from the hood. I don't know if she's from the hood, but I know she was fighting for survival, okay? And she gave that man everything he needed for that straw. And what bugged my mind was that these men who worked at McDonald's were standing there watching as she was swinging instead of trying to get this man off of her. And then he threatened to have her fired. And, of course, I guess they did. And then eventually they called her back. But long story short, homegirl went and got her lawsuit, and she is suing McDonald's. So shout out to her.
Get that money.
Needs to. Exactly.
Exactly. I would
you don't
do the
get attacked
same.
like that at work.
Please.
That's crazy.
Making me shake my
Crazy.
wig like that.
Right.
Don't do that to me. Like, you made her come all the way out of character. And it was just like, you know what? I salute her. I'm so happy. I actually shared that story. I shared when it happened, and I shared her saying she's suing them. So she gonna own her McDonald's now. She gonna be able to say, "Get out of my McDonald's."
She
Okay.
would do something.
McDowell's.
Okay. I wouldn't go for McDonald's.
I wouldn't go for McDonald's.
Make some money, but I mean, I would do something else. But yeah, get
Right.
that money.
All
Get
right.
some boxing sponsorships.
Something. Right.
Okay.
Right. Come on,
She
girl.
was showing
That's all we
hands.
giving her ones and twos.
Exactly.
I loved it, right? She wasn't playing. Don't you mess with a girl under distress. She'll let you know. That's like backing the cat in the corner. Don't do it. You gonna find it. You gonna learn
It's a
today.
dangerous thing now.
Get bit something.
Something.
Okay. Guys, we love it. Let's talk about you. What's on your head?
Whew. Well, recently it's been a lot. You know, especially like last night. Last night was a whole. You know, I want to get into all that. But anyways, there was this video I came across on Facebook. You know, sometimes you downtime, you just scroll across videos and stuff like that. And there was this cop. He pulled over a white lady, and I think the video was probably about a year old, but I'm like just now seeing it. And she's like got her hands up, and he's like, "Ma'am, you know, just put your hands down, grab your ID." And you know, she's like, "Oh well, I'm just afraid that, you know, if I put my hands down, you know, I've been seeing all these people getting shot and da 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 da." And he's like, "Oh well, it's only been black people. We only kill black people. Haven't you seen that in the videos?" And I was like, "What?" I was like, I was baffled. Like, I was at a loss for words. It was crazy. Like, it was crazy. It was so crazy to me that I really didn't know what to say.
So was the white lady stopped by a white cop?
She was stopped by a white cop.
And she still put her hands up?
And she had her hands up, and he's like, "Ma'am, you can put your hands down." And she's like, "Well, you know, I'm just afraid I'm going to get shot. I'm just afraid for my life." Like, "Oh, but we only kill black people."
Did she
Like,
record that? Or how?
It was
got
on the
that?
cam from
The body cam?
the car, from the officer's car. Yeah.
So they released that?
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Do y'all hear this foolery?
Listen.
A white cop stops a white woman, and she isn't fear for her life. So shout out to her, because she's like, "Look, I ain't trying to be a statistic today."
Okay, but anybody can get shot though.
Anybody can get shot, and she says, "Look, I don't want to be a statistic to society. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put my hands up. Oh, don't worry, miss. Don't worry. You white girl. We only shoot black people."
Right, that's crazy.
Don't know.
That's
ridiculous.
You know what?
I'm going to move on, because you know what? We could talk a lot about that.
We show can.
hello.
Now, yeah, what's hot on your head, girl?
But let's see. I'm pretty calm and cool. Not a lot of things tip me over at all, because that's like me, you know, that's a fail on my part if anyone makes me hot. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
But I will say, piggybacking off of what you said with the whole work environment, it's just unprofessional people that you work with. That really just gets on my nerves, OD. Like, first of all, I mean, if you're a manager or any one person of leadership, you have standards and, you know, responsibilities you have to uphold, regardless if you like the person or not. Be professional. So, I mean, without getting into too much detail, it's just this unprofessional people to work with. That's all. That's just what gets me hot in my head.
Can we talk about, anybody got any unprofessional work environment stories that they want to talk about real fast?
It was probably me.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, you was that person?
I'm just saying it was probably me. If it was somebody being unprofessional, it was probably me being unprofessional. I'm just going to keep it real.
That's why they need to keep creators out the office. Keep the creators out the office unless
at work.
that's a creative
separate
office.
Separate the coin
Can't be
and
petty
be
at work.
petty. No, for
Girl,
what?
bye.
That's messing with people's coins.
I'm King Petty.
Oh my god! Look, stay away from me at work, okay? I don't want none of that.
I am King Petty.
I'm the type of person where if I see that kind of negativity going down, I'm gonna check it, and that's just
at
me.
work though.
I'm gonna check it at work if it's happening at work. I sure am.
I mean, I guess
Because at the end of the day, they think it's okay to be coming up in here thinking it's cute, that it's a popularity contest, or that they this or they that. It's fine.
I mean, I get what
Ain't
you're
it a
saying.
popularity
I
contest
don't
though?
see
No, it's
the
not.
pettiness
It's
happening
not?
with me directly, but it's just when you just see managers gossiping and people talking about other people. It's
That's
like,
not okay.
what?
First of all, if you're a
Yeah.
manager and you're
That.
gossiping, you full of it. Because at the end of the day, that's definitely a no-no.
Exactly.
It shows
That's
what kind of
I mean.
manager you are. That's why we don't respect you. When we don't respect you, because we hear you talking gossip about our business, then you want to be feeling some type of way. So if you don't want to be disrespected, have respect for yourself first.
And then another thing, people they don't really bring their professionalism to work. You know what I'm saying? They bring their street or their
Right.
Exactly.
So it's like,
Exactly.
I feel like y'all talking about me. Because
Be
I feel when you
professional.
go to work, I mean, even though you have to put on this kind of like suit and mask when you go, you still get to be yourself.
Yeah, you definitely have to be yourself.
Don't, because I have
Well-
been in plenty of jobs where I have changed the standard because.
I mean, I'm not against that if you're going to set the tone for something that's going to make change in a positive way. Now, don't be the big bad bully. Now everybody's scared, and you stealing people lunch money like in high school.
Now I ain't gonna take nobody's lunch money.
But I feel like this. Sometimes you need. That's why I said some things need to be checked. Sometimes you have to go in and say, "Hey, you know what? This is not cool. I don't know what you were doing before I got here, but that attitude's not okay."
Yeah, or just get a job where you feel like you can be yourself.
Right,
You know,
exactly.
that's where you
Can you say that
excel.
again?
Work your passion.
Get it? So what you say? Say it again. I could get it.
Get a job where you feel like you can be yourself, where you being yourself is rewarded. You
But
don't. You
that's
shouldn't
tough.
have to change. Well, that's working your
That
passion.
is tough, but you know
The
what?
word.
I got the answer.
Listen.
If
Tell
you
me
don't
the
work, you create your own thing.
There
You
you
do
go.
your own thing,
There
okay?
you go.
You
Be
be your own boss. If you're working in a
Exactly.
place and you're uncomfortable because you did a job for the money and you've been there 10 years,
Yeah.
it's time to go, baby, because you got purpose and destiny in you.
And that's why you mad and petty all the time and acting
Right.
professional.
You're too old for that. We're not in high school. 35, 40 years old being petty.
Okay.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Maybe it's time for you to be your own boss. Maybe that's
But you
what
know
time
what?
for you to do.
But isn't petty the new normal? People love to be petty. I'm serious. People love to be petty these days.
When you get paid to
I
be petty,
don't.
then it'll be the new
True,
normal.
okay,
Until
there
you
you
make
go.
money for being
Oh,
petty, you're
there
not
you
on
go.
reality
Let's be
TV.
positive.
Getting a
No.
reality TV check.
Be encouraging.
Right, okay. Okay, come on now.
Well,
I didn't say hot head top.
reality
Right, you-
trash
why
TV
we-
out there.
Exactly.
Right.
It's way too
While
While
much
we talking
going
about that,
on.
see, Paige, what's on your mind? What's
Mine
on
is
your
R.
mind?
Kelly. I'm over it.
There we go. Yes.
I'm over. I don't care.
man.
I'm just gonna be. I'll support this man music regardless. That's my opinion. That's just me. As a musician, I support his music. I think he's a great musician. He's a great singer. However, I don't support what he did. Now that don't mean I'm gonna go buy. I don't think I ever bought one in the first place, but that don't mean I'm about to go out and
Come on,
buy
okay.
a bunch of R. Kelly CDs or be playing stuff just because it's R. Kelly. I really don't care because at the end of the day, we're all black, excluding. But
Minority,
I
though.
mean,
She
the
Mexican.
people of color. Okay, great.
Yeah, she got color.
So,
color. She tans.
we all know that at some point in time we grew up with some girl that was like 15 that had a boyfriend that was like 19 or 20 and he was picking her up from school and all this. Come on, y'all. Like, please. These girls, whatever. He dangled a little record deal in your face or whatever it was, and if you didn't get it after a year. After a year, you say candy. After a year,
They got that candy.
I'm told it's kind of nice too. Anyway,
All right, I was gonna say
But
something
if
about
you,
that. I'm gonna tell you that.
but I mean, if after a year I didn't get anything, there's no way I would have stayed. 3, 4, 10, 15 years, y'all being pissed on and stuff, girl. Y'all deserve this.
too much.
Well, yeah, some girls are probably more weak-minded, and then they're manipulated. You don't know what
And
he's
their mamas
telling them.
had something to do with
You
it.
don't know what he's pillow talking them. People who aren't famous are in domestic violence and stuff right now. So
Yeah.
I've never been in one, but to their testimonies, it seems like
It
does
seems.
do
I'm not
something,
saying
you
it's
know?
not genuine.
So-
I respect them
and
because
on
God
top,
knows.
it's money. He's providing money and stuff. So maybe it was a little harder to escape. But I get what you're saying. I do think there are some girls who were probably fast when they were 15, 16, thinking they were grown. That's like middle. That's like 11th grade, senior year, whatever, high school. You think you were
But
grown?
they
Can't
mamas-
nobody tell you nothing.
They mamas should be held more responsible for this than they are because at 14 and 15, you can't make your own decisions about anything you do. So if you are living with a grown man and y'all are having sex or doing whatever it is y'all do, your mama is responsible, not you. I mean,
agree.
all the people pointing the fingers at these girls like they crazy. Really, it was their mama's taking this money.
Yeah,
and doing all these
exactly.
things. So, I mean,
Hello.
at the end of the day,
That's even more
it was their
sad
mama.
though. It's just so sad all around though.
And when you think about the fact of him having sex with all these people, though, you just think about the reality. Like, if he had
That's what I'm
AIDS or
saying.
HIV or
Yeah.
something, think about all the people that could have been affected by that.
I'm pretty
My
sure
thing is,
Yeah.
like,
syphilis or gonorrhea at least
just like
once.
you said, like a lot of people
Come on.
are blaming the girls, but I feel like the girls, they were wrong, but I don't blame them. And the reason I say they're wrong because I still feel like there got to be something in your mind where you be like, okay, something's a little off here because you know what I'm saying, like the one girl who didn't even tell her parents, that she was going to the hotel. She just go meet him. So, you know what I'm saying? She was wrong for that. But at the end of the day, I won't blame her because she's still, underage, naive, and, that comes with the territory of being a teenager.
But he was underage and naive then, too, obviously.
He was in his 20s.
He was in his 20s.
R. Kelly?
R. Kelly
R. Kelly
This grown man ain't 35.
He was grown when he
he's
came
in
into.
his-
He was
he's
grown when he
legal.
became famous.
He's
so there's
legal, right.
nothing.
When
So-
he was having sex with that 12-year-old, which was
right.
niece, he was
Like,
like
he know
in
what
his
he-
late
he-
20s.
he got- he got-
Yes.
What you say?
Yeah,
12.
he was
It was
having. He
12-year-old.
met
Oh, Lord.
Sparkle's
Yeah.
niece when she was 12, and
Yeah,
they were having
Sparkle,
sex. He's the
for
girl. She was the girl that got urinated on, right? When she was
Yeah.
14.
Mm-hmm.
And he met her, Sparkle's
Yeah.
niece, and he met her when she was 12. So they probably hooked it up when she was 12. Like, imagine
just-
having sex with
And
a 12-year-old.
again, he dangled Sparkle little album. Girl, I'll snatch this from you if you don't make this happen. And she probably was like, you know what? There you go.
That is so sad. I hope not.
You know, as
You
black
better
people,
be careful what you say.
as black people, it
That's
it
how
saddens
that
me.
song came about. He was like, "You better be careful what you say to me."
Because all them people,
Because
listen, all them
might turn around on you.
payouts.
But then he
all
had a
that
song
money
when a
he
woman
paid out.
sped up. That was her second single.
So,
So
Oh
She got fed up with the bullshit.
well, I mean, she got fed up, but she didn't have another album. There you go.
Well,
Ooh,
Or
that's-
he got fed up. 'Cause remember, he wrote it. He wrote it,
That's
she
like
said that
some
she
anime
was
type.
and he
the-
found
I'm
Selena
gonna write it and
Johnson.
you gonna sing
Was
it.
Selena
It's-
Johnson the
it's-
next one? Selena Johnson was the next girl, right?
I don't know.
I don't know who his next prodigy was. All I knew was
But
Crystal.
Who wrote
no.
"I'm Your Woman" for Selena? I am your. Okay, you know what? Let me just start. I'll do
We gonna
music
Google
history
that.
real quick.
I just feel as black people, at the end of the day, it makes me sad to see these kind of things because
Yeah,
you
it
realize
is
the reality
saddening.
of how life really is. Like
It is.
a little dollar get anything in this world. That's why everybody wanted to be famous. Everybody wanted to make a little money. And it's sad years later now that this man, I'm not saying what he did was right in any way, but later all this time, you had all that time to stand up and say, look, something's not right. And I get it. It's just like for me, it's time about time. And media found a way to make it got all these people. Hey, if you ever been involved with R. Kelly, come on right into us right now. We gonna get your story on. And I'm just saying, like, the way that it was handled, I just feel like, he done these things, and it could have been a way you could have. I feel like it would have been better coming from him, honestly. Like at some point, he might not ever do it, but I feel like there's certain things that if it was done the right way, he would have, said some things and explained some things. But now, putting somebody in the, or he might never.
How you
done
gonna? I
the
mean,
right
there's
way,
no
though.
way to ever
To really
explain
tell.
this and say like there's anything that he did with this situation is nothing right about it. So there's no way for me
Right,
to ever
that's what I'm
explain it
saying,
and
like-
come clean.
You can't deny
It's
it.
just-
All these
no,
people are saying
he
that
just-
you did it.
The
So
thing is, he just needs to say it. He just
It's
needs to
my
go ahead and
point.
admit it. It's just admit like this is what happened or whatever the case may be. Right now, this being silent thing is really not working for him.
And riding off the
But-
press.
and
He
right
did-
off
I
the
mean,
press.
Talk about that.
He
Is
did.
it-
He tried to do the surviving R. Kelly live, so
Yeah.
that was going to do
And
like
yeah.
a comeback to it.
He tried to do a live.
Surviving the lies.
Oh.
Like he was going to make his own documentary,
Yeah.
saying how
He should.
like the truth, like the other side
He
of the
should.
story, why these girls, they're exaggerating and why they're exaggerating.
exaggerating.
What were they getting out of it and
I
things
wonder.
like that.
well, there's
But
always two sides
he,
to a
he
story.
started it on Facebook, but Facebook shut it down. So
Oh,
I don't know if
of
he's
course.
still going to do it.
Of course they are. You ain't getting an icon in that negativity. You won't do it. You better do it in your own HBO special.
And I heard he's now trying to flee the country. Like he got,
He is trying to leave the country. And all
yeah,
kind of
he got
stuff,
evicted
yeah.
from his house and his
In the
studio.
Studio, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure did.
So
Again,
Another black
that's why
man down.
I still say
All
I
these
support
white
him.
men be doing this too,
Well,
and they don't go look at Bill Cosby, man. That's so
Oh,
sad.
look
I
at
know he
Ed
did the
Buck.
stuff he did.
He killed 2 black gay men from crystal meth, and he didn't go to jail until what, this year?
That's crazy. I'm so sick of them trying to tear the black people down. We doing it more by giving them these things to talk about. Like, come on. What enough? Like the sad thing is that him and his brothers and them were raped when they were little boys. And like, so I can only imagine what he went through and say he was already shy, didn't like to talk.
Right.
So now when you feel like you got a little power, it's lit. I was always powerless, and now I have power. So now that's what happened. Like, look at Michael Jackson.
he abused it.
Look at
then.
Michael
He
Jackson. He
abused
did.
it. Was he
But that's
stuck
because
in
nobody checked
childhood
his
or
ass.
something?
Well-
Nobody checked them because they all allowed it. You saw them saying, yeah, he be hanging around the high school at 20. Well, where's his daddy? Why ain't nobody say, bruh, that don't look good?
All of this stuff
across
makes
the
sense
road.
if you think
They probably did though.
and
but
all the
nobody could tell
videos,
them
like
nothing.
if you think about his videos and stuff over the years, a lot of this stuff was like around kids and around like schools. There's a lot of children running around, and you know what? I'm gonna let that go.
But it happened, and it's been happening
It's
for
the
some
truth,
time.
though.
All this time, they've been putting it out there and promoting it like it didn't exist.
Right.
Now all of a sudden, oh, R. Kelly's this, R. Kelly's that, because the world's jumping on the bandwagon. That's kind of fucked up.
I mean, it's sad, but it is what it is. I mean,
Let's get to let's move to Z Fly before we don't get to him. I want to know what.
Okay, come on,
What's
Z-Fly.
out of your mind,
Yes.
Z Fly?
A lot of things, but you know what? Specifically, I don't know. I guess I'll go with this one because what's hot on my mind is just how, now, even though it's getting a little better, but I'm still a little upset on how men's ensemble, like men's wear, still get like a little shaded. Like, for example, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like you have to be a certain man or a certain whatever to wear, you know what I'm saying? Like the little tight jeans or like the little short shorts. Or like, for example, what came to my mind is recently they were showing Nicki Minaj with her new boyfriend, and they was in the pool, you know what I'm saying, making out, whatever. And then one person had said, oh, he should have wore like a thong for Nicki. So then somebody was like, no, because then she wouldn't respect him. But I'm like, okay, but see, I mean, it's something about Speedos and a man in Speedos. Like, okay, women wear bikinis all the time.
Right.
And then, you know what I'm saying, by them saying that, they saying that she wouldn't respect him if he was in a Speedo. But how about the women who are in Speedos or bikinis? So do the men respect the women? See what I'm saying? So I guess my thing is I just want men to be able to express ourselves the way women do. You know what I'm saying? And then if a man is expressing himself, it don't have, it's not a gay thing. It's just a fashion thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just pushing the envelope, you know what I'm saying? Like for example, I love, even though they come for him, but I love that Young Jock perm his hair, and he's a rapper, and you know, in the hip hop, I love that they come for him, but you know, he's standing his ground. He's
Yeah,
keeping
I
his
mean,
perm.
you definitely got to be
Usher
you be
did it, like
individual.
Usher did it. Now,
Yes.
so you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think as black men, we should. I mean, it's hair. You know what I'm saying? I think we should, you know, try different things with our hair, with our clothes, and not be scared because white men do it. You know, Italians do it. Other people of other races,
That is true.
are very,
yeah.
you know, fluid
Yeah.
with their style.
Yeah,
but black men were like, we
absolutely.
got to be hard and wear
Right.
jeans and a T-shirt. No.
I mean, I feel like even when white people, they be wearing the man buns, like they come for them too.
Well,
Mhm.
You know, I think
Yeah.
everybody's gonna come for everybody regardless.
Right,
but I
right,
think
got
it's
the
all
locks too.
Exactly.
You know.
I just feel like at the end of the day, what you're saying, it just comes down to confidence. If you feel
Right.
like for Nicki Minaj to do it, if he wanted to wear a thong, speedo,
yeah.
or whatever,
It's for his
if
woman.
he had the
He's doing it for
confidence
his
and
woman,
pulled it
so-
off, it would have been fine. It would have been
Right.
straight. But yeah, other people are too insecure or whatever about themselves, so they want to pull other people down. People gonna talk about people regardless.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like with
Yeah.
the men, they should be able to do whatever they want if they have the swag for it. If you don't
Right.
got the swag for it,
That's true,
that
yeah.
makes you look corny.
Find your own
You know.
swag.
Find your own swag.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
Find
don't
your
wanna
own
be
swag.
like
swag.
somebody else.
Don't look into, you know, it's okay to go to a magazine and get ideas and, you know, stuff like that, but like, don't copy the magazine. Like,
Right.
pick out some ensembles you like or some pieces you like, put it together and make it your own, and then run with it from there. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it's too many copycats out here.
Yeah, so many copycats. Guess what, y'all? It don't cost you no money to be you. It's free. So it don't
Okay.
make no sense to wake
Okay.
up trying to be somebody you not. God gave you
Free to be
the
me.
uniqueness that you have, from the crown of your head to the sole of your feet to your freckles to your nappy head to your straight hair to your boat, whatever it may be.
Sit to your nappy
Don't be
head.
paying attention to
But
none of
that's
that. Because you know what I'm saying? People curly hair want straight hair want, you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
You
always
gotta
something.
be you. That's because there's always
Be
somebody else
you.
trying to be you,
Yes.
and they don't cost you no money to be you. It's free. All right. So without further ado, guys, what I was going to take over.
Yeah, someone take over.
He's going to take over and do real real quick before we move on to our next segment, and it's called 1 Minute Hot Seat. So it's going to be for each of our co-hosts here. We're going to ask you numerous questions, and it's either this or that. It should be interesting. It may make you a little uncomfortable, may or may not. But this or that. But you have to answer the most. Whoever answers the most in 1 minute will be able to close out the show today. So
Yay.
can somebody give me your phone for a timer? Because I'm using my phone.
Oh, no, I'm live.
I got some questions on my phone.
Yes.
It's just, you know, we're gonna keep it clean. It's not gonna be, you know, anything crazy.
Where you want to go? You want to
Sure.
go? Who you going with first? What do you want to
I
do?
don't know. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna go with C Page. I ain't seen C Page in
Ow.
forever,
Uh-oh.
so
You know what?
I has to pick on
Let
you.
me know when to start the minute.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh wait.
So
Question and everything, y'all.
this is called the hot seat. It's called this or that. I'm gonna present to you two options, and you'll say whichever one you're more comfortable with. And at some point, the questions are, you know, they may not be male or, you know, I guess sex generous. So you will just have to answer the question. So the first question is,
Oh wait. Let me put the
Oh. Okay, yes. Please put the
'Cause I
timer
got a
on.
minute, right?
Because you have a
Go.
minute to answer as many questions as you can. Okay. Dog or cat?
Dog.
Netflix or YouTube?
Netflix.
Phone call or text?
Text.
Toast or eggs?
Toast.
Vibrator or finger?
Vibrator.
Okay. Facebook or Twitter?
Facebook.
Ice cream cone or snow cone?
Ice cream.
While walking, music or podcast? So while walking, do you listen to music or podcast?
Music.
Okay. iOS or Android?
iOS.
Yes, iOS. Okay. Form or function?
Form.
Pop or indie?
Indie.
Paint or ice?
Ice.
Okay. Cake or pie?
Cake.
Lick a toe or paint a nail?
Paint a nail.
Okay.
Okay.
Was you Italian? Yeah. Where we get to? Just count what we got to.
Lick a toe or paint a
All right,
nail.
cool.
Right.
I can't. Too fast.
Yeah.
All right.
Paint a rice. I don't know.
Just like Tyler.
Paint a rice. Paint a
Who you gonna go with?
Paint
next?
or rice.
Let's count.
I guess like dough for the
All right,
wedding.
count.
I don't know.
Alright. So okay, so that was
Okay.
That's not.
okay.
Go ahead. Who's next?
So we got
You and me. Like a Z-Fly.
Mr. Fly, Z Fly.
Come on.
All right. So
You got it?
we gotta start the timer. Okay.
This is this or that.
Count
This
up
or
3, 2,
that.
1. This or that. This or that. You ready?
Yeah, ready?
This or that.
set.
So big party or small gathering?
Small gathering.
New clothes, new phone.
New clothes.
Okay.
I'm fly.
Rich friend or loyal friend?
Loyal friend.
Football or basketball?
Football.
Macaroni and cheese or stew peas?
Macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, that's macaroni and cheese. I love macaroni and cheese. Come on. New car or new home interior?
Oh no. New car. Yeah, new car. New car.
Glasses or contacts?
Glasses.
Online shopping or online dating?
Online shopping.
Passenger or driver?
Passenger.
Tablet or computer?
Tablet.
Most important in a partner, intelligent or funny?
Intelligent.
Okay. Blue or red?
Blue.
Dirt or grass?
And
Grass.
Last one.
I was right on point.
How many was that?
13.
Okay, we got 10. All right now. All right.
Easy one.
Come on,
Come on,
Naye.
come on,
14,
come on.
Naye.
Come on. All right.
Come
So
on,
we
girl.
got Miss Naye now. Naye on the hot seat. Are we ready to start the timer?
Oh, yes.
Let me see. Give it to me.
Okay.
You don't be pressured about the time. All right, cool. And 3, 2, 1.
All right. Pencil or pen?
Pencil.
Toilet paper, over or under?
Over.
Okay. Cups in the cupboard, right side up or upside down?
Upside right?
Upside?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay,
upside.
right side up. Okay. Coke or Pepsi? I said that already.
Pepsi.
Coffee or thermos? Coffee cup or thermos?
Coffee cup.
Sex in the beach or sex on the counter?
On the beach.
Okay. Sex on the train or sex in the plane?
Plane.
Okay.
Trains be dirty.
Adventurous. Phone or phablet?
Phone.
Iced coffee or hot ginger?
Hot ginger.
Yes, ginger. I love ginger. Meat or vegetables?
Meat.
Okay. Spanking or what was that? 50 Shades of Grey. What's
Done.
timer?
Yeah, time. Cool. I got it. All right, cool. All right, so we have 11 with Naye.
Oh,
We got 13 and
Okay.
13. So we're gonna
We
do
got a tie.
we're gonna do a coin course later. So without further ado, y'all, we're gonna keep things moving. Right now, we're gonna take a short break, but it's not really a break. We're gonna be playing "Nobody Knows" from C Page Music right now off his new movement
Come on.
that he has going on. We're gonna talk more about it right now after this break. So, ladies and gentlemen, "Nobody Knows" C Page Music.
Nobody knows. Oh, nobody knows.
All right, guys, we're back, and that was, of course, CPH Music with Nobody Knows. So now that we have you here in studio, CPH, can you tell us a little bit about Nobody Knows, how did it come about, what it even is? Because I know that it's a movement.
Okay, I'm gonna just sit this right here.
Put it right there.
Well, let me just sit it right here where it won't move.
Yeah. There you go. Booyah.
Okay, Nobody Knows. The movement. We're talking about the movement right now, right?
Yes. The song itself first, and then
the
movement.
song. So the song basically derived from me living and struggling on the streets and within the church, and people not really having anyone to talk to. Nobody really does know what I went through, from my diagnosis, from being positive, from coming out of the closet, being gay, from being raped throughout the years in the church, from being homeless, from being abused, you name it. I've pretty much have lived it, and no one really knew about it. And this is where that song came about. Everybody kept begging me to do a gospel song, and I didn't want to do the most traditional one that I had, so I decided to do, everybody wanted me to do real gospel. So I decided to do something that's more or less like Kirk Franklin-ish, or Donald Lawrence-ish, Mary-ish, or something something that can be played on a regular radio station, not just on contemporary or gospel radio. It can be played on any radio station, and it just happened to cross boundaries. Yeah. But then it just, it took on a life of its own these past couple of weeks.
Yes. Talk about now. What is it taking on now, this movement?
So the movement, Nobody Knows. Shout out to my hometown, Rayford, because I know they're listening and tuning in. So I have a show called As the Page Turns, and it's basically just a pop-up show about my life on Facebook. And one night we popped up and we was talking about what it's like to grow up in my hometown. And I did a 3-night special, and it became like the D.O. men in my hometown at first. And then it wound up because the D.O. men thing became so big, because I had slept with a lot of different guys in the town, in the church. A lot of people wanted to know, but that final night, I pretty much came out about my sexual abuse at the hands of a couple of different pastors and what it was like growing up in the church. From early on, they already knew I was gay, and them being able to take advantage of me throughout the years. And so I played the song, and it really just became a thing of its own. Everybody has pretty much embraced it. There's T-shirts, there's bracelets. So
that's dope.
T-shirts, bracelets. You want to say something?
T-shirts and bracelets. I got bracelets right now.
Yes, T-shirts, bracelets. So it's not just a movement; it's also a brand, ladies and gentlemen.
It is.
And where did all your musical inspirations come from to be even want to do music? Like, what did it all like? What is it that drives you? Musically?
I would say the fact that people tell me no a lot is the one reason. When I was growing up, my grandmother was not for me doing music. She wanted me to be a teacher or a nurse, or better yet, just work in the factory. Shout out to Burleson. But I was like, no. I did everything that was completely off the cut. Ironically, though, when I graduated high school, I graduated at 17, so I couldn't sign anything to get me in school. So I had to wait until I was 18, which is in the middle of the summer. I had to register late. I almost didn't get in school because she did not want me to go to school for music at all. So I wound up waiting until I could get in to actually get into school. But music is my life. I don't think there's been a moment. I cannot think back to a moment growing up where I haven't been singing or doing something musically.
Come on now. That's why they call you C-Page Sings.
Hello.
Is there anything that you felt like? Because I know a lot of people may or may not know that you were married, or you still married. Well, technically, you still married.
Well, we're still married. We're technically still married. Things are good. We're cordial.
That's good to know.
We still talk. I talked to him today. I tried to call him before I got here, but he didn't answer. So he's probably watching the games this Sunday.
Yeah, hello.
I know.
And how was his support with the music and everything?
In the beginning, when I first met him, he pretty much thought it was a hobby. He was like, you can sing in the church, sing in the choir, sing in the shower and all that stuff like that. It became real when I we had a Discord like in 2014 where I moved to New York City because my popularity in DC had like exacerbated to the point where I could like travel out. And he didn't like it because I made the decision without asking him to go to New York City. I'm like, I'm going. Like, I don't care what you say, I'm going. Because I had been wanting to come here anyway for years, so there was nothing that you could do to stop me. I finally got my in. I'm in. So we kind of separated for like 3 months, and then we got back together. And at that point in time, we got back together. He still wasn't really on board. He was still mad. But I think the thing that changed his mind is that I recorded my entire first album on my laptop with my iPhone headsets on the back porch.
Come on now.
While he was sitting inside. He was inside watching TV and stuff. And, I would come inside and be like, how'd you think of this? And he'd be like, where did you do this at? I'd be like, outside on the back. And he'd be like, what? So after we did the first album and people started buying it and I was steady pressing copies and burning little covers and stuff. He was like, oh, you serious? So then he went out and got me like the studio equipment to record and stuff on my own. And then he paid for like the second album to be distributed and stuff.
Come on.
That's what's up.
Support is important.
Yes, absolutely.
Especially, if you're married, because sometimes, I don't understand how two people can be married and not support each other.
He was a big supporter. I mean, I know what you guys have seen on As the Page Turns the past year. It might seem like he wasn't supportive, and that's a whole other thing. But
he was just going through. It's
right.
life. It's
it's married couples. We have our things, so we're working it through now.
Yeah, and one more thing I want to talk about with you.
That's awesome.
It definitely is. I'm
Thank
glad
you,
to hear you guys are doing good too. Homelessness amongst the LGBT is pretty huge on the rise.
Just
a
in
lot
general,
going on.
Lord Jesus.
I know that you've spoken about this and experienced it.
Mm-hmm.
And so and you now, in your place.
I'm in my new place.
Yeah.
Yes, new place.
Awesome. Shout out to you. So it's important that, is there anything you want to say to those other young LGBT people out there may be listening and maybe part that might be going through the same things you've been through or something that maybe would relate to you.
I really don't want anyone to feel like they have to go through things alone. In the black community, gay is almost taboo still to this day. We will accept a murderer, a pedophile. We'll do anything else. But as soon as someone say they're gay, it's like, oh my God, the whole world just ended.
Right.
So, I really wish that a lot of people would just first and foremost educate yourselves about what it is. People are gay. Not every man or woman wants another man or woman. I swear to God, that's like the biggest misconception. And also, I just it's a different day and age. So we're living in like social media. When I came out the closet and was living in the streets and stuff like that, it was no cell phones. There was none of this stuff that we have nowadays. We had to literally go to the library, do the Dewey Decimal System and all this stuff. Like, it was crazy. Nowadays, everything is at the hand. It's in your hand. Mm-hmm. And so you're not really having to be homeless, and anything that you would consider to be homeless, you can turn that into your own platform and I turned my homelessness into my own platform. And I would compel someone else to do the same. Like, if you are homeless and you're gay, we are like the most creative group of people I've ever met. There's so many things that we've done that we don't get the credit for.
Facts.
That they steal from mainstream and just run with it. That if you have something like this, use your platform. Everybody's on social media. People got Facebook, they got Instagram, they got Snapchat, they got Twitter. I don't know what else they may have. YouTube. I mean, there's so many things that you can use.
Tumblr, OnlyFans. I'm sorry.
Tumblr.
I'm just
Connect Pal or what's Connect? OnlyFans.
Right.
I mean, there's so many ways. People have really. I mean, in this day and age, there should be no reason for the kids of younger generations to be struggling.
Right.
Really, there's no reason for them to be struggling. Because I've seen people take.
True.
I mean, like literally, you can take anything and turn it into $1.
Yeah, if you put your mind to it and you work.
If you know what you're doing.
And last but not least, I know that you are doing some work with the Circle NYC, and I did see you doing your thing. You're part of a movie. You're part of some other things. So do you want to talk a little bit about that? Or anything to look forward to, maybe?
The Circle is wrapping up. I'm not really on the Circle. I am a featuring cast. Shout out to Nunu and the cast of the Circle Bugs and all them.
Shout out to the circle. Whoop, whoop.
They get a chance to do, showcase what they do creatively as gay people within this community and in New York City. So I'm proud to have just been like a supporting cast member because I got a chance to be on there a couple of times, but I'm not really a full cast member. However, I think we're getting ready to reboot The Answer, which I filmed last year. We've been in the talks about doing that. They got some funding to back it now. I'm working on finishing my album. I might be retiring from music. I don't fully know for sure, but I'll be working full time as a backup singer. If not, if anything, I just feel like that the music we put all into our music that we do, and then we don't get all the support that we deserve because a lot of money goes into recording and writing and promoting and all that stuff, and then I sometimes barely make back half what we put out. So I'm deciding on that. I'm getting ready to go back to school tomorrow so I can finish my master's degree. And I'll be working on a gospel album and a Christmas album this year as well.
Awesome.
That's what I'm talking about. Gospel album and a Christmas album. Come on, C-Page Music. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. Y'all got to be out here doing what y'all need to do and making change in this world. The only person stopping you from doing the things that you need to do is
you.
Yes.
And again, it don't cost you the money to be you. It's free.
Okay.
First of all, shout out to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
For being a part and talking about your single, your movement, and what you got going on. As the page turns, it's every Wednesday.
Every Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Or 7 p.m.-ish. It will always be on before 7:15, but it ends before 8. It never goes past 8.
So y'all make sure y'all tune in to C-Page and as the page turns.
He loves to say As the World.
I had a show called Troy Meets World, and it keeps going crazy, a talk show. But anyway, shout out to you. So if you go out, tell them where to find you actually too.
Hey, what's up, everybody? You can find me online and just about every social media network at C-Page Sings. That's CPAIGESINGS. That's it. Or you can find me on Facebook as well. Type in Christian Page. Christian Page. That is my that's the page you need to be on.
That's the
page you need to be on. And let me tell you something before we close out, Christian, because I feel like it's important for me to say this. You need to make sure that you keep going. You don't give up. Don't. It was like it kind of hurt my heart to hear you say you thinking about retiring and like no, that's crazy. Listen, we done been through way too much. You know what I'm saying? And you are not where you are right now for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So you make sure you keep going because it's a lot of people out here that are looking up to you and that are benefiting from your story.
That is weird. But yeah, you're right. I accept that. That.
I mean,
I'm just saying it's weird because when the video did go viral, and it did get pushed a lot, I still get messages and a lot of messages from people that from all over the world now that inbox me to tell me how much my video or my testimony has moved them and they can now tell somebody about their story. So many people have come forth and confessed to me their own rape situations. It is really, it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
There's a girl right now, I think she's in my hometown or at least in my home state, where her father and brother tried to kill her because she wanted to come clean about it. So I'm trying to get her help right now. Because that's what nobody knows the foundation is for. We're trying to take, people that are in that. This is the place where I'll be able to tell your story.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm the leading face of it. Of course, I don't care what no one think. And I mean, the churches in my hometown are really like giving me death threats. I mean, I've had death threats and all kinds of stuff since this past month, but it doesn't stop me from doing what I do. I will be going home to do a full concert and,
Yes. Well, you keep it moving.
Cool.
Okay.
That's right. You keep doing it. And guys, beloved, do you want to talk to him? I'll skip over you. Sorry. Let's go to Nanya real fast before we close out. And then we're going to flip a coin and see which one of these two will close out. Is there anything that you're working on upcoming that you want people to know about? Or you just, I know you'll get your Instagram, or maybe just give Instagram one more time if you don't have anything major you're working on you want them to know about. Stay tuned.
Just the normal stuff. Just being a better person, being a better me. What else? Honing into my skills. Just trying to do better every single day. My only competition is me. So
Come on.
That's
really,
right. Come on now.
yeah.
Come on, you preaching. I'm going to give you a little
So,
tip. I'm going to give you a donation on that one.
Okay.
Tell them where to find you one more time.
You can find me on Instagram at _OGBay.
Underscore G Bay.
I love that.
Over here on
I
my
love
other
that.
side, Mr. Z Fly, co-host of today. Anything you're working on special you want people to know about? Anything you knew? Anything exciting? Anything you want them to look forward to? And tell them where to find you.
I will. So basically, you know, every Sunday I do my podcast, Keeping It Real Hot and Fresh. So y'all can definitely check me out there every Sunday at 8 p.m.
All right now.
Eastern Standard Time.
We get ready to leave and go there right
I know,
now.
right, we gotta
right
go there.
now.
About to be running.
But yeah, so you can check me out. Actually check me, Nanye, and Troy out there every
Hey.
Sunday.
Yeah.
And you know, so I've actually been doing the media thing for a decade now. So I do have something that's coming up, maybe like in June and September, that I kind of want to celebrate. You know, do like a little anniversary thing. So you know, just check me out there. You can follow me. My personal Instagram is I am ZFly, and then my business is at Real Hot Fresh. So
Booyah.
yeah, so
Yes, and I'm going to switch over here. And as I do that to God's Beloved, I'm going to flip a coin. Since you had 13 and you had 13, I'm going to start with you since you went first. Heads or tails?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, God's Beloved, talk to him.
Hey y'all, it's your boy God's Beloved.
Tell them if you got anything you're working on, anything you're working on, anything you want to keep up with, you know, that kind of thing.
So yes, currently I am working on. Well, I have a single that's almost ready to be released. It's called Foreign Land. I am also in the process of finishing an EP. You know, I wanted to have everything out before this year came, but you know, sometimes I keep hearing you can't rush the process, and you know, I definitely want to make sure that you know my music is up to my standard before I release it to the world, because I want you guys to enjoy it and I want my message to be heard, and I love you guys. So yes, you can find me at God's Beloved Universe Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, because I ain't got no .com yet, but it's coming. That's also in the works. So you'll be able to look me up online, godsbeloveduniverse.com. Trademark is coming soon. And yeah.
Awesome. So I'm going to say what I have to say, and then I'm going to show this coin. But I'm going to show the coin first. So you said, what'd you say?
Heads. He keeps forgetting.
Bam. Okay. I'm a little bit late. So it's heads. So we're
It
going to
is
close out in a second, but not yet. All right. So guys,
I lost.
my name is, of course, you guys know. First of all, I wanted to talk about a little bit the circle in YC. Actually, I met a lot of those people while I was networking with Christian too. I ended up networking with one of the people on the show, and ended up becoming part of the show, sort of. Yes. So Earth Tone is an artist on the show. He's one of the featured cast members, and him and I have a lot of stuff that we did together. So be on the lookout for that. All of that is getting ready to come out now. The next couple episodes, you guys are going to see Troy Weeks. You're going to see G Groove. Shout out to G Groove. G Groove officially we officially did an Instagram and Facebook for G Groove, so I can start doing putting G Groove in their own category. So follow G Groove if you've heard us before and experienced us, you know how we get down. Follow us, official G Groove. That's official J-I Groove on Instagram. And the same thing on Facebook is Troy Weeks and G Groove. You'll see it. So outside of that, guys, one big major important thing is I do have my own sneaker now. Woo woo.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I need 7 pre-sales. That's it to make my line in full production and get moving. So, guys, I'm asking you for your support. I have a deadline to get 7 pre-sales, and I have 2 of them already outside of myself. So if you guys want to support, want to get some dope Italian shoes made from Italy, handmade, all Italian leather. This particular one is all black leather with red Santa Claus Italian suede. So
Yes,
definitely,
and them shoes are fire, okay? Listen.
They are cute.
and they're
I saw 'em.
unisex too.
Listen.
So I got some more stuff in the
Fire.
works. I got some more shoes I'm going to release, but in order for me to do that, I need this one line to keep moving and kick. So the goal is 10. After 10, I can get right up to GQ magazine and have interviews and things like that. So that's the goal. So now I'm going to move along and let Zach Z-Fly close us out.
Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I completely forgot. I don't mean to throw you guys off. But there were 2 things. I have a fashion show coming up on the 24th. It's my first fashion show. I'll be walking on the 24th, 1000 Flatbush Avenue for New York Fashion Week. And I'll also be performing in D.C. on the 19th. All my flyers are on Instagram. The info is there. Going back home. I miss being home so much. So all my family, y'all better come out. Okay, I'm gonna see y'all there.
All right, and that's God's beloved. So tell us a little bit about your experience, Z-Fly, and then tell them we'll see you second Sunday with Keeping It Funky.
Yeah, I got it. So, actually my experience here was like 1,000,000,000%. 1,000,000,000. Yeah, I had a great time. I really enjoyed your music, your story. Of course, Nanya, I love you. And God's beloved.
Yeah.
It was great. So, yeah, I had a great time. I love the topics. I love, just talking real topics and just, giving our opinions and putting it out there so people can see different opinions. So, yeah, I'm down. I'm all for it.
All right now.
Close us out.
All right, everybody. So I am your guy Z-Fly. So definitely be sure to tune in to Keeping It Funky with Troy Weeks. It's gonna be next Sunday.
No, second Sunday.
Every second Sunday. Every second Sunday. Be sure to tune in to Keeping It Funky with Troy Weeks. I am your guy Z-Fly, and if you do want to comment, remember it's 646-690-2976.
Right.
I'm out of here.
That's right, guys. You can always call in. Thank you so much, Z-Fly.
Thank you,
guys. Until next second Sunday. Until next time, keep it funky. Thank you guys so much.
See y'all
Have a
next
good night.
week.